Hi guys, welcome to my channel Java Minds. So basically today we are covering one of the important topic, that is loading types in the Hibernate. So basically these are like two types of loading which are primarily there in the Hibernate. One is lazy loading and another one is eager loading. So in interview you might face this question, like interviewer might ask you this question, like what are the types of loading, like how lazy loading differentiate with it with eager loading. So these two concepts are basically very much important as per as interview concern. Okay, so today we are covering that one. So basically what is meant by loading? So basically loading is nothing but how you are loading a data from database to your Java application. That is nothing but a loading. So basically there are two types of loading. So one is lazy loading. Lazy loading is basically it always loads the data whenever required. Okay. So unnecessary loading of data is avoided in case of lazy loading. So basically you have lazy loading is the type. It don't load the related data until and unless it actually needed. Okay. So this is called as lazy loading. So consider an example where you have two entities. Okay, one will be like user and another will be addresses. Okay, so address is a used inside the user. Okay, and now in one of your UI page you want to show only user ID, first name and last name, and you don't want to show address related thing. That time if you are using a lazy loading, then it will only load first name, last name and ID, like whatever the fields of the user, only those. So that will be like in a better case for the lazy loading. Suppose if that time if you are using the eager loading, then you are loading unnecessary data of addresses. Okay, so that will impact on the performance if the user data like it is in the millions. Okay, that time. Okay, the next type of loading is the eager loading. So eager loading is basically it will in on the first time only it will load all the data. So if you suppose if you are having in a same example like addresses, and now in your overall UI you want to show whole user profile. Okay, inside the user profile you might have a field of ID, first name, last name, place, city, state and all the like all the address also. That time you want to you want the application should load all the data same time only, right? So you want to load the data in one time only. So that time eager loading is helpful and it loads the data first time only, so it avoids the repetitive call. So this is the better example of eager loading. Okay, so these are the two phase types which are commonly used in the Hibernate. So we have like default behavior also in the Hibernate. So for the one to one, by default it will be like an eager. For many to one also it will be in a eager. One to many is lazy and many to many is lazy. So today we are demonstrating one to one mapping. So let's jump into the example. Okay, so now I have created one small project here, so that will be like a demo application where I have two entities like user entity, that will be like ID, first name, last name, and it includes the address class also. In the address entity, if you see, I have three fields, sorry, address, ID, place and state. Okay, so now in the user I am using one-to-one mapping, and inside one-to-one mapping I haven't mentioned the fetch type. It means that like one-to-one mapping by default it will be a eager loading, right? So that's what we have seen here. By default it will be eager. Okay, so let's jump into the example. So basically in the controller I have created one API. So this will be like get API. So it will fetch the user by ID. So in the first time only So if you see in the first printout only, so we should see the logger, like log of eager loading. So maybe I will, yeah, application is started. First I will create a user and then I will show you this example. Okay, so I will jump into this one. So it created the one user that will be like address ID 1. Okay, let's clear the log for you guys. So I will clear the log. So if I press this one, so debugger come here. So yeah, if you see here, I have already mentioned here, like say I have did the printout like first name, I want the first name. So before that only, if you see the Hibernate query which got executed, like it fetched the addresses as well in the first time only. If you see here, so this is the select query which got like select ID, address ID, place, state, first name, last name from user one and left join address. Okay, so where user ID, as I already mentioned in the ID, so this got loaded. Okay, so in the first time only it is loading the address details also. So this is the eager type of loading. Okay, now I will show you how lazy loading will work. So now I will stop this application. So now I will go to the user. So maybe I will change here fetch type, fetch equal to fetch type dot lazy. Okay, I have changed it to lazy. Now I will save it. Okay, so and control yes, so it got saved. Now I will rerun the application. Okay, so maybe I will apply the controller here. So guys, now application got started. I have applied debugger here. Okay, so now I will try to call this get API. I have sent a request, the request came here. So yeah, if you now look into this log, so first time I have only this first name, right? So I have loaded only first name. So that time if you check here, there is a no, it is not loaded the address related thing. It, yeah, it loaded address IDs which are there in the user table, user only, but it not loaded the address related field. So this is how, this is what the lazy loading. So the lazy loading won't load the address data, like the child data at the first time only. So this is what I wanted to show you. So now if I clear the log, and now if I go one step forward, so you can see here, right? Now address also got loaded for that. So now again one more query got executed. So if you can see, address now got loaded. So this is a repetitive call to the DB. So for this, so this is how lazy loading and eager loading used to work. So this is most important topic as far as performance is considered. Okay, so basically you want to use fetch type according to your use cases. Okay, for, yeah, so I think you guys have like understood this concept. For such more informative videos, so please do like, share, subscribe this channel. In the next coming days I am going to cover all the important topics which are like mostly asked in the interviews. Yeah, those will help you guys. Okay, so please do like, share and subscribe this channel. Thank you.